All right, so this is a continuation of the series of videos on how you can benefit maximally from this intelligent school management system. Our contact details are right here, as you can see. It's our email address, and these two numbers are available on WhatsApp. And also forget that this is a multilingual application. It has this for English, supports the French language, the Portuguese language, and the Spanish language. You can also change the themes to dark and white. Don't also forget the help button. There are a lot of topics here you can click on and you find direction on how to go about it. All right, so this was where we stopped last time. Um, the proctor. So here you can see students that are taking exam and all the activities that are going on. And also, you can also check student performance. For instance, as I can click here and view work. You can see the question and even the student response, but none of them was answered. I just did it for text. We're going to come back to it later on. So this is all about the proto. Now, this is attendance. So here you mark your student attendance. You select your class, and then you're able to mark attendance. So I have student now in grade 1. So and this is today's date as at the time of doing this recording. So I can mark it present, and if I want to mark it absent, I can late or probably excused. Now all of these things we show in the student report. So I'm just going to mark both these guys as present and click on save attendance. So attendance is saved already, and we're going to see that very soon. Now this is the question bank. Let's say I think I have some questions here. Yes, I have this question here. So I have just one question here, and I'm going to be uploading a question, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, I've already shown you how to make use of exam tools. Now, if you check, this box is tick published, means that you can actually store up questions in this your question bank and determine what the student is going to see on their dashboard. If you tick this box, publish, that means the student is going to see the question. That means the question made available for the students to view. If I untick this box, the student will not be able to see this again, this particular question again, when they log into their dashboard. Then this other box controls something very important. Students can review answers after submission. So if you want students to be able to review their answers after submission, you can tick this. But if your school does not have what it takes for all the students to write exam at the same time, or maybe you are taking your exams in batches, this is not advisable because the questions and the answers, everything will be displayed. Okay, I'll just untick this for now. Okay. Now, exam creation. This is one important thing here, exam creation. Now, first, you select your class and let's say I want to create exam for grade 2. Now, let's also assume, for instance, we have how many classes here for 1A, grade 1, grade 2. In your when you install this software, these are the things you're going to see. Now you can add class. If your class is not here, you can add class. Now I'm going to add a class now. I'm going to call it grade 3 because I don't currently have grade 3. So I'm going to call this class grade 3 for instance. And I want to select add class. So automatically now when I want to prepare my exams, you can see grade 3 is here. It's very, very easy. And you can also edit class. You can do a whole lot of things. So let me select grade 3. And then same thing with here. This is 2025 to 2026. Now I want to add another academic year. And I'm going to say 2026/2027. And when you are done, you just click on add here. And now you have this here right here. You can also delete here. So you can also do that. Then select term. You can use first term if your school runs on first term, second term, third term. But if it's a university or a college, you may want to say, okay, first semester, second semester, third semester. So you can come here and then just type, for instance, first semester. First semester is very, very easy, right? So first semester, and just click on add term, and first semester is added. But let me just select first term, 2026/2027. Choose a subject. Now you can choose subjects that are available, but if no subject is available, you can create a subject. It's still the same thing. So I'm going to also type English. So for the very first time you are installing this software, you're going to be doing all of these settings. I did not pre-program all of this because different schools offer different subjects. So, but it's very, very flexible. You can add subject, you can delete subject, just the same way you have seen. Now, choose assessment label. What is assessment label? Okay, it might be first test or a second test or exam. So let me just call this one second test. I already have first test here. Some schools will just say something like midterm test. So you can just say midterm, but let me use second test. Just type second test. You can give it any label you want. You can even call it project. You can even call it exam. Just any label you want. So that's for that. Now, this brings us to a new place. You can see this section now. MCQ, multiple choice question plus media objective. Now, you use this when all you want is OBJ. And even now, OBJ, you can add images to your question and it will still be displayed. If you tick this place, let's untick here now. Okay, let me just take it one after the other. Let me untick all of this. Now you can see at the moment, all you see here is the exam title, grade 3, 2026, first term, English, second test. Duration, you set the duration. If it's 60 minutes, if it's 1 minute, you put it. Allowed attend per student. If you want students to be able to retake their exam to get a better score, you can put it here. If you don't want, just type 1. If you leave it blank, automatically it will just be for one attempt. I made this way because some maybe assessment label, you may want the child to retake it. Maybe the child didn't perform very well in his or her project, so you can allow a specific number of retakes for the child. Now, you can see this is the question session. We have the objective. Remember, we only have this tick. So here you can upload a question file, or you can add questions manually. But I'm going to upload a question. If you want to add question manually, this is how you do it. You just put your question here, question 1, then you put the options. We have options A, B, C, and D. Then the correct option, you put it here, and then you click on add question manually. But I'm not doing manual addition. I think that's taking a whole lot of time, and it takes a whole lot of time. The uploading a question file is much easier. Now, the question type, multiple choice, A to D. If it's typed answer, you just tick this. If the student is going to draw, you also have to tick this. So we're going to upload the question, but I want to show you some few things. Now, other exam options, randomized question order. If you tick this, what happens is that the questions will be displayed in different order across devices. For instance, question 1 on device A will be question 7, or can be question 8 on device B. You see, I also add the explanation here. Each student gets a different order when they start. important MCQ question, image object questions are shuffled together. So everything, it will not be the way you have planned it initially, but it's going to be rearranged. But the answers are still going to be going to be the same. All right, so let's then review the answers after submit. You can also tick this box. Then here, make exam available to students in this class now. If you want the exam to be available, you just tick this. But before I upload the question file, I want to come here and show you. Now I'll show you something. Now you see the way it is now. You see the interface. Don't worry, it may be looking overwhelming, but don't worry, you're going to get used to it very soon. Let me untick this so that we can just focus on this writing. Now look at writing. You see, written. This one was not here before. So here you can just type the question, and if you want auto marking, you put the answer. If you don't want auto marking, leave it blank. This is theory questions, and the student will be able to answer it. For instance, I think we are working with English, yes? Okay. So let me just add the theory question and say, write how you spent your last holiday. So write an essay. Make quickly do that, right? An essay on how you spent your last holiday. All right, so I'm not going to put anything here because I don't want auto marking. The challenge with auto marking is this: the computer does not forgive. So you know what that means. It's very, very strict. If the child also put a full stop, he didn't put full stop, it's going to mark it wrong. Now, marking mode, auto grade plus teacher review, if that is what you want, or manual marking, no auto grade. Marks for this question, you can set it and then click on save or add another. All right, so that question I typed now is already being saved. Now you see the written function is showing here. You see, it has given us this notification. One question added in this batch. Now let's add drawing. Maybe we want the child to also draw. You're going to see now, this is the written session. Now you see, drawing has appeared here. This was not here before. So here you just write a question, set the score, and click on save. The same thing. The child is going to see a canvas and the question, and then the child will be able to draw. So let me also show you Maths Workspace. Now this Maths Workspace is for any other thing that cannot be possible under this section of written and drawing. Here, the child can plot graph. You can tell the child to plot graph. This Maths Workspace is complete. That even if it's biology or art or whatever, the child can make use of this. You can actually prepare questions and the student will go to answer it. I've showed you the Maths Workspace, the canvas for them to draw whatever they want to draw. Okay, so now let me upload the question. I'm just going to untick Maths Workspace drawing and leave this now. Also tick this because I want to upload the question. To upload the question is very easy. So these are the only two sessions I've ticked now. See, these are the only two sessions that are available. Others are not available. See, these are the only two sessions, objective and written. And see, that's the two sessions I've ticked. So I want to upload a question. It's very easy to upload a question. You can just click here, upload a file. And when you do that, it's going to take you to your folder. Okay, let me check if it's showing. Okay, look as if it's not showing. So, all right, it's already showing. Okay. So you go to the folder. So this is my folder. And I have this on my desktop, I have this CBT question. So just click on it. and then I want to upload English. So I'll select English, and then I'll click on open. So the file has been uploaded. You see 50 uploaded. So 50 questions have been uploaded. You see, imported 50 questions successfully. That's just all you need to do. And then you can come here and click on create examination. Now it's going to show you the total questions. 50 imported from objective and that one theory that I added. So you click on create examination. And now it tells you examination created successfully. Subject is English. Class is grade 3. Duration is 60 minutes. Maximum attempt is 1. Status, publish, visible to students. Assessment type, second test. There's manual marking involved for the theory. Tools enabled. These are the tools that are enabled. So students in this class can now see this exam in their dashboard. So pretty easy. Very easy for you to create your exam. The file is written Microsoft. The questions are written Microsoft Word. So everybody, any school that has been printing question paper will not find this difficult. We always send you a template on how you are to prepare it. That's it, and you'll be able to create your questions and upload them. All right. So moving forward now to grading. Move forward now to grading. So here you will have this. Okay, I have a glitch. So coming back here. All right. So this is for grading. You just select the class. So let's say I think I have a student in grade 1 that has written exam. I'm going to check that effects time. Okay. So this is it. Like you can see, first test auto-graded. It didn't answer any questions, so 0/24 and 0/24. So if you click on details, you're going to see what the student did. You see none of the questions were answered, no option selected. So that's for the grading. All right, now if you want to adjust score, you can actually do that. Well, we just also add it because maybe there might be errors or whatever is being graded here now automatically gets populated into the broadsheet. So I allow this flexibility. Maybe the marking was wrong or you later discovered an error. You can actually make this correction. So students, now this is where you register students. You can register students as a class teacher. The admin can also help to register students, but whichever one, it will always work. So here you can check student profile, see their full name, their password, their guardian's phone number, and everything. So you can always see it. You can create it at the same time. The admin can also create it, and you can also do bulk imports. And all you need to do, just download this CSV file and fill it. There's a template. So put in the right informations and then import it. It's going to automatically populate. The class movements. Now, what this one is happen at the end of every academic session. You see, review each student's exam progress in their current class, then move them to another class when they pass or need to repeat. For instance, this student now, we can move this student. This student is probably in grade 1. And we can move this student now to grade 3 and just click on move. You see, the student automatically now has been moved to grade 3. So that's just it. So it's automatically the data, everything about this student has now been pushed to grade 3. So the teacher in grade 3 can now see this student's record. Classes. Here you can create class, you can rename class. Let's say, for instance, we have this class from 1A, we don't want it. You can click on it and rename it if you want to rename it. Okay, and you can also add class. And these are all the classes that we currently have. And these are our class teacher or course advisors. You see all their details are here. You can also remove empty class. Then this is for academic years. You can also remove academic year. For instance, if I want to remove, let me remove this one and just click on remove and it's gone. So it's 2024 is no longer there. It's gone. So you can add semesters, you can rename semester, you can remove unused semester, you can create labels. So this is just another full workspace for the teacher to manage whatever he or she needs to do. So here is for reports. Currently, this class have 2 students, 2 subjects registered, 2 exams, classes in category 4, results generated. Student results slip can be generated here. Student transcripts can be generated here. At any time you need help, please make use of the help button. See it. Just make use of the help button. All right, so we have lesson plans and lesson notes. So here you can create your lesson plan. If it's lesson plan, you click on lesson plan. If it's lesson notes, the academic year, the term, the class you're creating for, the objects, the subject, sorry. Yeah. You can't create subjects here. If you should go back to students or classes. You go back to classes to create your subject because here is kind of restricted. Then the week you are creating for the title and then your lesson content. If you want a template, we already have a template you can use here. You can download it because some schools actually have a unique template for their lesson plan. So you can also use this one. And if you are uploading a document, you can also upload a document. And so we have this one here that is awaiting review. I just did this one here. So we just type it and upload the file. If you upload the document, just pretty easy. So what else? Timetable. So here you create your timetable. Unless you want to create time for grade 2. This is the academic year. Oh, the timetable, sorry, is created by the admin session. If you listen to that video I made on the admin dashboard, I made mention of it. So the teacher does not have the ability to create his own timetable. This is to allow uniformity, number one. Then number two, so there will not be clashes because there are some schools, teachers take multiple subjects across different classes. So you always see the class and the subject assigned to you. That's all you're going to see. So that's all for the teacher's dashboard. So the next we're going to do now, we're going to go to the student dashboard to see how it works. And then we'll check the Bursary dashboard as well as the head of session dashboard. Thank you for watching.